Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including, hey, you can get paid to watch TV from Sling TV. We'll tell you what's happening there. NFL controls the future of TV. If you look at the numbers, pretty much the number one thing watching TV now is the NFL, and it's not even close. We'll break down what's happening there, and in one of our other big stories, MSNBC is making some changes to its lineup. We'll see if this has any effect on their ratings. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First though, if you want to find out more about any of these stories, I will put a link to each one in the show notes and in the first pinned comment so you can read them for yourself there. Come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so they recommend our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, let's dive into it. Sling TV is improving its rewards program. It's had this for a while. DirecTV and others also have it that allow you to earn rewards by staying subscribed. Kind of gives you points you can use for different things. Well, now they have this spin and win feature. For every 30 minutes you watch TV, you get entries in order to spin a wheel to get up to like $5,000 in cash, if I remember the number right. Yep, and free months of Sling TV. Now, of course, very few people are actually going to get the $5,000, but it is a way to get chances to win some great prizes and be able to get paid effectively for watching TV. We've seen similar things happen in the past. There's been services that offer to pay you to watch ads. You could get points you could use to redeem for different things. That never quite worked out the way we thought it would, and it didn't hang around. Now we're seeing Sling do it. I'm actually kind of excited. If you're a heavy TV watcher, it's a great way to try to get some back for all that TV watching you're doing if you're a Sling TV customer. From my understanding, you have to be a Sling TV paid customer. This does not apply to the free ad-supported streaming service there, but you can enjoy it and expand your viewing with Sling TV's rewards. They have many other rewards you can earn towards gift cards and different things. If you want to learn more, in our story down below, we have a link to the page with all the details about the Sling TV rewards. All right, let's keep moving along. NFL is absolutely dominating TV and controlling the future of TV. Of the top 20 events, 18 of them in 2024 were NFL games. Now, we're talking top 20 television programs, so we're not just talking about live events. Of the top 18 most watched programs, the NFL was number one by a mile, with the Super Bowl being the biggest, no surprise, at 121.1 million viewers. And you got to go all the ways down to number 12 for the presidential debate, the one that happened on ABC. That only brought in 20.5 million viewers. So really think about that. Basically 100 million, roughly, fewer people watch the presidential debate than watch the Super Bowl. And then after that, you got the Summer Olympics, Prime Week 1, averaging 19 million viewers. And rounding off the last one there, you got the Grammys with 18.1 million. I apologize, I said 18-17, because you also have the World Series coming in at number 18 at 18.3. Very interesting to see that. I mean, you talk about the control, right? American pastime, baseball. 18 million viewers for the World Series. Super Bowl, 121 million viewers. Let's be honest, the NFL controls TV right now, and they have a lot of power. I've said this many times. Sports is the number one reason people keep watching live TV, and within sports, NFL is number one. A distant number two is the reason people watch TV is live news and live events. Well, a lot of these live events, you get an antenna and you can watch them. It's part of the reason why I think the NFL has diversified its lineup is because it is a little worried about people just buying antennas and watching all the Fox and NBC games, etc., free with an antenna. Putting a few on ESPN makes you still subscribe to something like Comcast or YouTube TV, which helps them maintain their dominance and their revenue, because it's much more profitable for them to get that stuff from YouTube TV than it is to just try to get ad revenue from an antenna. NFL just renewed its contract. When that next one comes up, I fully expect the NFL to really lay down the hammer It will not surprise me if someday in the future the NFL has its own package. Cut out the middleman. Why do you need Fox and CBS and all this? Why do you need Amazon Prime and Peacock and all the other ones out there that air? It wouldn't surprise me at all if someday they just said, hey, we are going to go on our own. We're going to launch NFL Plus or whatever they're going to call their streaming service, and all of our games will be there, and that's how you get them. Pay us $1,000 a year or whatever it may be to get that. If that happens, cable TV as we know it today collapses that day. Without the NFL, cable TV does not exist. It's just that simple. There's not enough viewers watching other programs live on things like ABC, TNT, and others that are not sports related to make them survive. Mark my words on that. And that's why so far these crazy large NFL deals have been reached, because everybody knows that's the only way to attract viewers at this moment. Speaking of viewers, MSNBC in our next story has seen its ratings drop sharply in the last few months. Now they're shaking up the primetime programming, bringing back Rachel Maddow for primetime coverage for the first 100 days of the new Trump administration once that starts. Not to get political here, but this feels a little bit like a Hail Mary from MSNBC to see if they can re-energize some viewership. Now, it was widely expected that it's not unusual the news organization like MSNBC, after an election, will see ratings drop. This time, it was quite severe in its ratings and how far it dropped, and that's resulted in a massive shakeup. And there's also been talk of Chuck Todd leaving MSNBC or NBC and some of his role over there at MSNBC, looking for a new place. Other anchors have been asked for pay cuts, and there's been talk of shaking up on-air talent to try to bring in new ones that resonate better with viewers. Keep a close eye on this. This feels a little bit desperate with Comcast spinning off MSNBC, CNBC, and other cable networks into an independent cable company. This feels like a desperate reach for viewers at a time where they may no longer be able to rely on Comcast to help cover the cost. If they were smart, I think they would start considering more direct-to-consumer streaming. We saw CNBC do this, but I think in the next year or two, don't be surprised if we see MSNBC, CNN, or another big news network go direct to customers with a flat rate fee. I think there's a lot of people who don't care about sports, who really care about Fox News, CNN, or MSNBC, who would happily pay $10 a month just for that one channel because that's all they watch. I have family members who love the news. They get up, they turn on the news, and it pretty much runs all day as they go through their daily business. Beyond that, they're watching things like Netflix. If you could add CNN to Max for $10 and get the live feed, or Peacock would add MSNBC for $10 a month, I think a lot of people would do that as an add-on to a streaming service like Peacock or Max. I predict that will be coming before you know it. Hey, a bunch of big things have happened in the world of TV in this date. Yesterday marked the 73rd anniversary of the Today Show. Originally called This Is Today, it launched 73 years ago. Today, a huge milestone for the world of morning television, and it really shook up television. Good Morning America and others would follow in its footsteps, trying to copy its success, but never quite reaching the same level of success with it. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out, but are you a Today? Are you a team Good Morning America today? Or I can't even remember what CBS's show name is, so must not be that popular. The other big one is America's Funniest Home Videos turned 35 years old. Is it hard to believe that America's Funniest Home Videos is 35 years old now? It is. Check it out. And in our last story up of the day, by year 2030, it's predicted 27,000 satellites will be in orbit around our planet here, with most of those coming from new internet. Increasingly, internet from space is becoming more and more popular. We're actually starting to do cell phone calls and text messages from space too, depending on your provider. To do this, we're putting thousands of low Earth satellites into orbit. I predict that this could even be a low number. We could see even more as Amazon and SpaceX and other companies rush to offer high-speed internet from space with ever-increasing quality on it. I think it will not surprise me if in the next 10 years that becomes a major player in the world of internet, already is amongst rural America, but I predict that will expand as the growth of cord cutting brings demand for internet everywhere. Hey, that's it for today. Huge thank you. We've added several thousand new subscribers in the last week and some. So great to have so many of you here. We really appreciate your support at Cord Cutters News. Make sure to check out cordcuttersnews.com. What I cover here is most of the big stories, but not all the stories that are posted over at cordcuttersnews.com. In our show notes, you can even sign up for our newsletter every Monday, every week. But every Monday we do a weekly newsletter. But every day we do a newsletter with the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting. Every morning you'll get it right to your email box and have all the links of the big stories from the past 24 hours or the past week, depending on which one you sign up for. It's 100% free. We would love your support. Well, that's it for today. Take care. Be safe. I'll be back again real soon.